St. Mary's Grade School. My name is Russell Medley, and today I would like to share some information with you in regards to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is something that has really been trending, and a lot of that has to deal with the fact that students now have greater access to technology than ever before. And this would include social media, apps, school computers. Most children carry phones with them. And so, just with the increase in the power in their hands, kids are more apt to be able to find outlets to cyberbully others. Different types of bullying includes exclusion, harassment, outing, cyberstalking, fraping, fake profiles, dissing, trickery, trolling, as well as catfishing. Some alarming statistics on bullying is that 22.5% of bullying is from mean comments, and so a lot of times this might be done commenting on different posts or things like that. 35% are screenshots intended to make fun of somebody. 51% of people are bullied just because of their appearance. 56 are harassed on Facebook. 70% say that they have been bullied before the age of 18. And girls are also more likely to bully and be bullied compared to boys. So, what are the effects of cyberbullying? Some of the common ones include depression, skipping school, bad grades, bad health, becoming bullies themselves, and then sadly giving up or committing suicide. It's really important that we talk to our students about these effects and recognize them in themselves as well as recognizing them in their with their peers. So what can we do to help control cyberbullying? First and foremost, being able to monitor online behavior while in school. So having systems in place that we can monitor how students are using technology, also banning certain websites and things like that, having different safeguards in place where they don't have full access to everything. Make sure that we're using trusted resources. So if kids are using different technology, that we are first, educating them on how those technologies should be used, but as well that any websites or things that we're having them access, we're making sure that those are trusted resources as well. It's also important that we lay out clear expectations for use of technology and apps and things like that, as well as the consequences if those expectations are not followed. Our school policies should clearly define the different key terms such as harassment, intimidation, and bullying. There should be graduated consequences and remedial actions. There should be a procedure for reporting bullying. So if kids, don't know how to report bullying, there should be different steps in place, and kids shouldn't be able to know what exactly they should be doing if they are identifying bullying. There should be procedures for investigating bullying. There also should be procedures for preventing cyberbullying. So half the battle in combating cyberbullying is just prevention. So getting out in front of it, trying to be proactive before things escalate. Finally, it's important that we specify behavior done outside of school. Most times, kids have technology at home where they're taking school things home, and so there they really have access to hide behind their computers and post damaging things. And so we want to make sure that kids know that even when they're outside of, physically outside of school, that there are still ways that the school can intervene as far as the behavior and things they're doing in regards to cyberbullying. So what happens if cyberbullying is done outside of school? Schools may still be able to take action if it disrupts learning, if it interferes with the educational process or discipline, if school-owned technology is used, as well as if it threatens others or infringes upon their civil rights. So what are some preventative measures? First and foremost, you want to educate our students, but you also want to educate parents because they're the ones that are also monitoring students at home where cyberbullying might take place. And so you want to educate parents and give them steps on how to monitor their behavior, talking to children about cyberbullying, encouraging them to speak up. And it's also important for parents just to spend time with their child. So learning, what their likes and interests are. They might get a sense of, technology that they're using or a sense of, what their friend circles look like and just help building those relationships. These are a lot of things that us as teachers should also be doing as far as preventative measures go, monitoring their behavior. It's really important to do some sort of lessons on proper use of technology and cyberbullying and things like that. We talked earlier about having avenues for them to report bullying, so encouraging them to speak up will help with that as well. Finally, here's some 10 tips that we would like you to consider giving students and educating them on cyberbullying and what they could do if they see cyberbullying taking place. First would be to report it. Next would be to collect evidence, so keeping emails or pictures or whatever. Reporting it to the site app or game. A lot of times there's a little part where you can click on if you do see someone doing something online that they shouldn't be doing. You can usually report that person. Talk to a trusted adult. Demonstrate care. Working together. So if you have a friend group and you witness it, just really trying to demonstrate care to the person that is being bullied. Let them know that they're not alone. Telling the bully to stop and not encouraging them. So sometimes, we don't say anything to a bully, and that just kind of encourages them to keep on going. So telling them to stop and not encouraging them will maybe squash that bug. And then the final two is we want to make sure that we're staying safe and to not give up. One thing might not work, but you want to make sure we're still trying to be creative and finding ways to prevent cyberbullying from happening in the future. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.